So my research question is, what impact does short or long-term psychiatric residential treatment have on juvenile education? So one of the research methods that I found was correlational research. And what I understand this to be is when you look for a correlation between two variables that you're fairly confident doesn't exist, or um, maybe a connection that you can't necessarily experiment with. So obviously I can't put kids in psychiatric residential treatment, so I can't, you know, get a group of kids, put them in treatment and see what educational outcome it has. So I like the correlational research method because I'm not personally convinced that psychiatric treatment does long term for their education. And so what this does is it kind of collects data and makes graphs and finds correlations. So as a math person, I like that kind of model. So what would happen is you'd collect information on maybe a length of their stay and then maybe on their academic achievements or their academic success, and you can make some correlations in that way. Some ethical issues on this is failure to analyze all the data. So this is a really easy method to kind of leave things out. So to make sure that you're making claims about what could be happening and what could be causing things, and not kind of saying that it is what's happening. Another method that I could use is survey design. So I could survey teachers who have students who have had residential stays. I could survey parents who have had children who have had psychiatric residential stays. I could survey the staff members of residential treatments, especially case managers who are doing education, and kind of get some data and information from those people. The ethical concerns there are confidentiality of surveys and just making sure that you get consent. The third method that I like probably the most is this idea of an embedded design research. So this is a mixed method research that would use qualitative and quantitative data. So basically what I could do is collect data on the educational outcomes of students who have had psychiatric residential care in their education career. So any length of stay at any point in their education, and then I can look at their grades, their IEP goals, their IQ testing, things like that, to try to see, before and after results. But then I can also get some of that qualitative. I can reach out to parents, I can reach out to educators and get some kind of narrative feedback on what's going to happen. So I think embedded design is probably my method of choice.